Hello guys, how are you doing today? So welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Clementine John and I'm on the most powerful journey of my entire life. That is 365 days of consistency. And guess what guys? Today is day 141. Yes, today is day 141 and I'm super grateful for how amazing the journey has been. Of course, we've had one or two challenges here and there. Consistency doesn't always feel exciting, but we keep moving regardless, okay? So today is day 141 and I want us to talk about surgical momentum. That is calm aggression, controlled fire, and a light strategy. So it's day 141. Remember, no hype, no noise, no emotional leaking out of the container. We are controlling. Everything is under control. We are not relying on hype anymore and we are not relying on noise anymore. What we are doing is controlled aggression. Controlled aggression, that is what is controlling us right now. That is what we are moving with right now. And that's how we move, because we have to move differently. So this is what happens when the fire stops flaring and starts burning steady. When the fire stops flaring, now it starts burning steady. Most people think aggression is loud, but it's not. Aggression is not loud. The most dangerous force in the room is the one that speaks softly. The most dangerous force is the one that speaks softly and executes consistently. You don't have to have the loudest voice in the room. If you're inconsistent, it won't work. You can be very soft, very low, but if you're going massive, then it's more definitely that you're gonna win. And today, we are building unstoppable momentum circles. The first thing we have to check on when building this unstoppable momentum is the calm predator. There are two types of energy. Let's understand this. There are two types of energy. The first energy is emotional energy and the second is strategic energy. What is emotional energy? Emotional energy burns fast because it's born out of emotions. So it burns very fast. We have now the strategic energy, which is fueled by the strategy you have in place, and it compounds. Strategic energy compounds. As emotional energy burns very fast, now strategic energy compounds. Earlier in this journey, we learned about burnt ships mentally. That is yesterday. We learned about burnt ships mentally. We used pain as leverage. We faced internal resistance. Now, I want us to refine what we built yesterday. Okay? So, now we move like someone who has already decided. On this video, we are moving like people who have already decided to do everything. We are no longer debating, we are no longer convincing, and we are no longer negotiating with comfort. Controlled aggression with comfort. So, what does controlled aggression mean? It's simple. It means you don't react, you don't explain, you don't complain, and you just execute. That is what controlled aggression means. It means you don't react to things anymore. You don't explain, okay? You don't complain also. You execute. And you let results speak in silence. You don't speak more than your results. You wait for your results to speak. Okay? To speak in silence. So, after now understanding what controlled aggression means, the next thing we should understand is the momentum circle strategy. We have to understand all these things to know how to put them in place. So, momentum is not built by intensity. It's built by structure. Momentum will never be built by intensity. It's built by what? By structure. And there is an elite level framework that you can use if you're building momentum. First things first, one non-negotiable action daily. Have one non-negotiable daily. That one thing you have to do despite everything, no matter what, whether it's raining, whether it is sunny, whether you are happy, whether you are sad, you have to do it. Action that moves forward your life, like action that moves your life forward, no matter what. Let's say it's gym. Whether it's content, posting every day, no matter what. Business outreach, reaching to those clients and whatever. And skill building, becoming better. You don't miss it. Missing once breaks identity. Identity cracks destroy momentum. So you don't have to miss, because you will break your identity. And if you break your identity, it will crack your momentum. Okay? So that is it. Number 2 of the elite framework. Number 2 is micro wins that reinforce identity. Because so those small wins fuel you even more. So you stack small accomplishments. Wake up on time. Have that cold shower. Clean your environment. Do your hard tasks first. Each one says, I am the type of person who executes. It might be small, but it's speaking something to you. You might not see it, but it's speaking something to you. You are telling yourself, I'm that type of person who executes. I managed to clean my environment. I managed to wake up on time. I managed to take that cold shower. Okay? And that's the momentum circle. Now that forms the momentum circle, because it's action, prove, identity, more action, bigger proof. You start with a small action. You prove to yourself. Then now you become this person. That becomes now your identity. You take more action and you get a bigger proof. And once that circle spins fast enough, it becomes self-sustaining. You will not have to press hard anymore. If you get used to doing that stuff every single day over and over again, it will start sustaining itself. You will not have to bother yourself every single day. No. So, number 3, it's what we call the lethal focus. There's difference between average and elite. There's difference between average people and elite people. Distraction tolerance. Distraction what? Tolerance. Average people tolerate distraction. Elite people treat distractions like poison. Hear me very well. Distraction tolerance is the difference between average people and elite people. Average people tolerate distraction. Elite people treat distraction like poison. Because you know this thing is really bad for you. Whether it's phone notifications, switch them off. Have your time gap where you do your communication, your phones, you check your notification and everything. Random conversations. That is that will mess you big time. Have time for conversations, whether it's for business, whether it's family, have time for that. Unnecessary scrolling. I can say this one from the deepest part of my heart, that unnecessary scrolling will mess your entire life. Before I got into this challenge, I was one big victim of doom scrolling. And it really drains you. Okay? Energy draining relationships. If anyone who is draining your energy, cut them off. So what I can say is cut all your distractions, because they will destroy your momentum. You don't need motivation. You need insulation. Okay? You need to insulate yourself that not everything gets to you. Protect your mind like a vault, because focus is force, and force applied constantly reshapes reality. So let's now talk. We have once you get to master the lethal focus, you get now to what we call the emotional neutrality. Controlled aggression requires emotional neutrality. You need to have that controlled emotions. You don't get too high and you don't get too low. Wins, good, back to work. You win, it's fine, you won. Get back to work. Don't over celebrate. Okay? Losses, it's okay, back to work. You lose, okay, no problem, get back to work. People are praising you, appreciate, get back to work. People are criticizing you, filter it. Nothing to take personal, it's business, okay? Filter it, get back to work. Your emotional baseline becomes steady. And that steadiness, that's what makes you dangerous. Because people can't predict you. They can't shake you and they can't slow you. You'll definitely win. People will not get you. You know they can't predict you because whether you are losing, whether you are winning, whether people are praising you, whether people are criticizing you, you just get back to work. Okay? You are never taken by a moment, and that is how you get to win. Because people can't shake you and people can't slow you down. As we finish up, I want to talk about the unstoppable momentum circle. Here is the deep psychological layer. Momentum isn't about speed. It's about removal of friction. And how do you remove friction? Doubt, hesitation, decision fatigue, emotional chores. Remove those. Remove that doubt. Remove that hesitation. Remove that decision fatigue. Always know what to do and when. Okay? And emotional chores. Don't let emotions overwhelm you. Okay? And when friction drops, movement becomes automatic. You don't feel like it, you do it. When you don't feel like it, do it. When you don't wait for clarity, you act into clarity. You don't seek validation, you measure your output. This is the level where pain becomes data, failure becomes calibration, and pressure becomes conditioning. You don't break, you just adapt and keep moving. And final, that is the last segment, the shift that you need to keep moving and never stop. Okay? The 141 is not explosive. It's controlled, remember. It's the shift from emotional intensity to disciplined momentum. Okay? And here's the truth. You don't need to prove anything anymore. You need to build quietly, systematically, relentlessly, and let people underestimate you, let people misunderstand you, and make sure you move. Keep moving, okay? Let people underestimate you, it's fine. Let people misunderstand you, it's okay. Let them think you slowed down, no problem. Because what they don't see is the circle spinning faster. And when momentum compounds long enough, it looks like luck. But you know the truth. You know the truth, it wasn't luck, okay? You will know you've been putting the effort. So it's day 141. No chores, no noise, just execution. Remember? Controlled aggression, lethal focus, and strategic momentum. We are not chasing motivation. You know that? Yes. We are not chasing motivation. We are building inevitability. And when something becomes inevitable, it can't be stopped. See you tomorrow on day 142. And as always, let's meet at the top because the bottom is overcrowded and you don't have to be there. Thank you very much. More blessings on you.